I am Adam Peterson from teacherslearn2.com. This is episode number 2 of Teachers Talk 2. So thank you if you've joined in so far. We're going to start episode 2 right now. So I just returned from the Illinois Reading Conference in Peoria, Illinois, hosted by the Illinois Reading Council. It was a great conference as always, and I was able to connect with hundreds of teachers. So first of all, thank you to all the teachers who were there. Appreciate it if you were at my session. I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of the conference and my 2 sessions. I gave a talk on fun and easy technology in the classroom, and I gave a talk on ways to motivate your young writers. I've had tons of questions pouring in through email and social media about those things. We're going to hit a couple of those today, and then we'll do some more throughout the week. So we're going to record episode after episode after episode this week to hit all of those questions. So if I don't get to your questions today, I apologize. I just had too many roll in to do in one of these episodes. So quick recap, IRC 2015 was a blast. I went with a great group of teachers from my school, met an amazing amount of teachers from other school districts as well. The highlights, Dave Burgess, by far one of the best speakers I've seen in a long time. An energetic high school teacher who runs a, I guess you'd call a movement called Teach Like a Pirate. You can follow him at Burgess Dave or hashtag anything TLAP, Teach Like a Pirate, and you're going to find lots and lots of information about his motivating and enthusiastic ways of getting kids involved. Another one, Penny Kittle, did an amazing luncheon talk about motivating readers at any level. And she focused a lot on her high school readers, but an awesome presentation nonetheless. Some other ones out there, Anderson Bookshops, as always, was a great one. And then John Bergman did a flipped classroom session, which was a great one that I'm gonna try some things out with my classroom this week. But let's get into questions. @_Rosie J asks, how do you sell your admins on the wonderful mess that is Donors Choose for getting classroom materials? My admin aren't sure about it. I've had a lot of success with DonorsChoose.org. I have gotten 4 projects funded. I've got another one in the works right now, and 2 of those projects I got funded within 24 hours. I got my Osmo systems for my classroom, which we talked about at the conference. I got my Wii for my classroom. I got Legos for my classroom. I'm in the process of getting more Osmo systems and some add-ons for that. My wife just recently did an Osmo Donors Choose for her classroom and got it funded in less than 8 hours. So Donors Choose does work. Donors Choose is there for that reason, for supporting classrooms. I didn't ask about it at first. Our tech lady at our school is amazing, so I do have a lot already, but what I wanted were these systems that I didn't want to have to wait for, and I wanted Donors Choose to fund that right away, and that's what Donors Choose is known for. They fund projects like that. So I didn't ask my administration about this. I just did it. My administration has been nothing but supportive of the projects that I am doing in my classroom. But to get your administration on board, I guess, explain to them the reason as to why you want these things. Get your project proposal ready before you submit it to Donors Choose. You can go on there, onto Donors Choose, start your own free trial, or your free account, I'm sorry. Do your free account, get your proposal ready, do all the shopping, and then print that out. Or screen capture it and print it out before you actually submit it. And go to your administrator and say, look here, this is what I want to do. Here's my proposal, here's why, here's the site that's going to fund it. And then if you need their permission, show it to them and see if they'll be okay it. If not, you know the phrase, it's always easier to ask forgiveness than it is permission. Just do it. Fund your project and then show them. You know, show them how great this has been. So if they've said no in the first place, if you've already brought this up, then go and talk about why and show them the great things it does. They can even contact me, Adam at teacherslearn2.com. They can email me and get my thoughts on it. If they've never said no before though, don't ask, just do it. That's why the site's there. It's to help teachers like you to solve those problems. So do that, check it out, get your project funded, and then show them how great it really is. But I would say just pursue it. Obviously schools don't have all the money that we need to get these wonderful technologies and you know, games and everything else that we're getting for our classrooms through Donors Choose. So before the school can fund it, or until they do, DonorsChoose.org is the way to go. If your administration has a problem with it, I'm really questioning their reasoning behind that. I don't know why they would want to stifle the things that you can get, or put a limit on the things that you can get for your classroom. So maybe find out what their reasoning is, why they don't like it, but then just prove your case. Prove why it's going to work for your classroom and show them the thousands and thousands and thousands of teachers who have had success on DonorsChoose.org. So I know I kind of rambled there. I hope that answers your question about DonorsChoose. But again, email me any questions at all. Your administrators can email me too to find out my success with it. At Mrs. Jody McNally asks, how long do your centers last? How many rotations per day? Do you work with each child in small group each day? So my centers in my classroom, I do them every single day, twice a day. We call it station rotation. And I have 6 groups going, 3 students in each group. I always have a math center, I always have a writing center, I always have something going with reading and letters, craft going, and then games and just play. My slogan is we learn through play in my classroom, and that's what we're doing. So my centers are run on groups of 3, and I start from day 1 introducing everything that they can do in centers around the room. So around my classroom, you're going to find different areas. So there's a kitchen area, there's a discovery area, there's my smartboard area, and there's not always just one thing to do in that area. So in the smartboard area, for example, they're playing games on the smartboard. When they finish doing that, because that's the thing that they have to do, then they can go play in blocks, or they can do magnets or other things in this area. So my stations are run about a half an hour each day, twice a day, so an hour total. And within that half an hour, they're doing their have to, which is their activity that I want them to complete, and then they're doing something extra, so they can play in the blocks, they can play in Osmo, or they can play in kitchen. While they're there, they know the rule in my room is ask 3, then me. So they start with their group of 3, they do their have to, then they can play in their station, and then we clean up. If I have time, I'll do 2 a day. We'll go through another round of stations if I have to, or if I need to, or if I can. But usually it's 1 station, and then they can play. They have to have time to play. They're 5 and 6 years old. If it's an upper grade level and you feel like they can get through more, do it. But for my room at kindergarten level, they're learning, and then they're playing, and they're playing, and they're learning, and they're doing all those activities at once and together at the same time. So again, I have stations going that revolve around every aspect of our curriculum, and they are learning while playing. So we get through 1 station or 2 stations a day, about a half hour per time, and that's how it goes. And it goes really, really well. As long as they understand that they need to stay with their group, they have fun, and they work as a team. They're in a group for a reason, so I always tell them none of this is by themselves. Stations is not a time to assess each other. Stations are a time to learn through play. Unfortunately, those are the only 2 questions we're going to get through today. I have a lot more to get through, I know I do, and I will get to more of them. We'll shoot another episode tomorrow, episode 3 of Teachers Talk 2. That's it for today. So thank you for your support again of TeachersLearn2.com. I'm Adam Peterson. This was episode 2 of Teachers Talk 2. Submit your questions on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter with the hashtag TeachersTalk2. And just submit those questions. I'll get them answered as soon as I can. So more questions will be answered tomorrow if you email me or send me a message on any of the social media outlets. I'm sorry I can't get into all today. I have to go outside with my kids for recess. But thanks for watching episode 2. We'll see you tomorrow on episode 3 of Teachers Talk 2 from TeachersLearn2.com. Thanks again.